morning, everybody. Thanks for inviting me back again for the fourth time. Last time I actually said I won't be coming back anymore because in the first 2 years I presented worst practices in IT service management, what's going wrong. And last year I actually presented the solutions, what the experts said to solve all this, so I thought I don't need to come back anymore now because you know everything. But still I got invited back, so I thought, what do I now have to do to stop you inviting me back again? One was, I thought I could give you a really serious, boring presentation without any fun, or I could confront you and insult you all. So I weighed up the options and I thought, I'll do both. So prepare yourself. I'm sorry this is the third presentation in English, so you've had an awful lot of English to listen to. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. The theme for today. You heard Rob as well say lots of companies will be doing governance initiatives. Lots of companies are going to be doing ITIL initiatives. Many IT companies will be adopting this type of program to improve. However, many will fail to realize the hoped-for benefits. Why is this? Implementing ITIL or COBIT, any framework, is all about changing behavior, and people don't like to change, which is one of the reasons many of you will fail. The other reasons I will look at in the presentation today. But the theme is the value of simulations in actually making change happen so that we can finally improve the value to the business. So that's the theme for today. Before I start, I said I want to confront you, so here's the first bit. To use this, I need complex technology, and as you know, complex technology usually doesn't work when you want it to work. The complex technology is you guys. All I need you to do is this, put your hand in the air. I know you can do it, you did it for Sharon yesterday, so we're going to test it today. Question 1. How many of you have actually seen one of my ABC presentations? Hands in the air. Good, there's quite a few. Okay. How many of you actually went away and changed the ABC in your company as a result? None. As I thought. And what was one of the worst practices I presented for the first 2 years and last year as well? Not my responsibility. So congratulations. I will be back in 10 years' time, as I said before. I was hoping at least one hand would go up, because then I'd actually refer back to what Pilar said yesterday. I thought it was really good. Just talking, just speaking, no action. Need to share good experiences and good practices. What I was hoping was I won't have to come back anymore because one of you would have actually improved the ABC and would be prepared to stand on the stage here today to do what Pilar said, sharing your good knowledge and practices. Instead of getting us all these foreign people up here standing, telling you our opinions, it's much better if you come up here and tell the stories of the pine. But it's a bit of a shame, nobody's actually done it. So I have to think to myself, well, what are you going to do with this presentation? How many of you don't know what a simulation is? Nobody's putting their hands up at all anymore. They're all frightened, okay. So I'll assume everybody knows what a simulation is. My challenge today is this. I want to try and convince you today, I don't know if it's going to work, that a simulation is a need to have. Not a nice to have, a need to have. You must invest in one of these things. Now that's a pretty big challenge, so I'm going to try and do that today. How many of you think a simulation is need to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ooh, it's more than I thought, it's about 10 hands. Let's see whether we can change that today. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And also, because simulations is the theme today, a simulation is an example of a solution that we talked about last year. Last year I gave you the top 10 advice from the industry leading experts what you need to do to finally make this type of thing work. A simulation is a concrete example, so I will be showing you some case studies today. Let's just recap again. You heard from Rob as well about the need for governance. People will be adopting it. Presented this before. 95% of CIOs will be adopting something like ITIL, to help solve business problems, as you've all seen. So it's the CIO, not the operational managers, which is good. Itil version 3 comes out and it's addressed at the CIOs, which is good. So the CIOs have to have this stuff to bring under control. So point 1 here is Itil is now a need to have, not a nice to have, a need to have to bring IT under control. So let's remember that. Itil is need to have.